Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today we have a fascinating story to delve into, the 2008 financial crisis. Join us as we take a deep dive into the events that shook the global economy, uncovering the causes, consequences, and lessons learned from one of the most significant economic crises in modern history. Do you know what the main cause of the global crisis is? And what is the process behind the occurrence of the global crisis itself? Well, in this video, I will dissect and explain the causes and processes of the global crisis in 2008. So for those of you who are still curious about the occurrence of this financial phenomenon, you will soon find out in the following explanation. To understand the 2008 financial crisis, we must first set the stage. In the early 2000s, the U.S. housing market was booming, fueled by loose lending practices and a growing demand for housing. This gave rise to an unsustainable bubble that was about to burst. Banks and financial institutions were eager to capitalize on the housing frenzy, offering subprime mortgages to borrowers with questionable creditworthiness. These loans were then bundled together and sold as complex financial products, spreading risk throughout the global financial system. As the housing bubble inflated, cracks began to appear. In 2007, the subprime mortgage market started to collapse, leading to a domino effect on the broader financial landscape. Large financial institutions found themselves heavily invested in these risky assets, facing significant losses and liquidity problems. The crisis was no longer contained within the housing market, but rather it rippled throughout the entire global financial system. The fallout was devastating. In 2008, Lehman Brothers, one of the largest investment banks, filed for bankruptcy, sending shockwaves across the world. Panic ensued, and investors rushed to withdraw their funds from banks, leading to a severe liquidity crisis. The crisis had real-life consequences for millions of people. Homeowners faced foreclosure, unemployment soared, and economies plunged into recession. Seeing this, the world government began to think and act to find solutions to start repairing the global financial damage caused by this crisis. And what are they thinking? It turns out, to stabilize the situation, governments worldwide responded with unprecedented measures. Central banks initiated massive monetary stimulus, implementing policies like quantitative easing to inject liquidity into the financial system. Governments provided bailouts to troubled banks and institutions deemed too big to fail. Recovery from the 2008 global crisis took a long time, but the steps taken by the government and central banks succeeded in returning stability to the financial system and stimulating economic growth. Despite several challenges and negative economic events, in the end, the world economy recovered and continued its growth. In the aftermath of the crisis, the world reflected on the lessons learned. Regulatory reforms were put in place to prevent a similar catastrophe in the future. Stricter lending standards, enhanced oversight of financial institutions, and increased transparency became essential pillars of financial regulation. As we conclude our journey through the 2008 financial crisis, we recognize the importance of learning from history. It serves as a stark reminder of the interconnectedness of the global economy and the fragility of financial systems. Thank you all for joining us today. If you found this video informative, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more thought-provoking content. Stay curious and stay informed. Until next time.